So you're an entrepreneur, right? You're working harder than you ever have, but the growth just isn't matching the effort. If that sounds familiar, you are in exactly the right place. We're about to walk through a playbook for scaling your business with a system that is built for one thing: pure, relentless execution. And it's all supercharged by AI.
And this is the question, isn't it? It's the one that probably keeps you up at night. You know, you feel like you're doing all the right things, you're consuming all the content, but you've just hit a wall. You feel stuck. So why? Well, the answer is often way simpler than you think. And I'll tell you right now, it has nothing to do with working more hours.
Look, the real reason your growth has stalled isn't about hustle. It all comes down to overcoming three universal constraints. First, a lack of clarity. You're just not totally sure who you're serving. Second, not enough volume in your most important actions. And third, a failure of consistency. You're not doing those actions day in and day out. If you can overcome these three things, you unlock scale. It's that simple.
Okay, so first things first, we've got to properly diagnose the problem. We call it the founder stall. It's like this invisible barrier that's just holding you back. So let's get right to the root cause. The solution, believe it or not, starts with a pretty critical mindset shift. You have to move away from making decisions based on feelings, on gut instinct, and instead embrace a numbers-driven approach. Because at the end of the day, business is math. Let's look at the core numbers that you absolutely have to know. First up, customer acquisition cost, or CAC. This is super simple. How much money does it cost you, on average, to get one new paying customer? If you don't know this number, you're basically flying blind. It's your cost to even play the game. Next is lifetime gross profit, or LTGP. This is kind of the other side of the story. Once you get a customer, how much total profit do they generate over their entire relationship with you? This number is crucial because it tells you exactly how much you can afford to spend to get them in the first place. And the final piece of this puzzle is your payback period. How many months does it take to earn back the money you spent to acquire that new customer? The shorter this period is, the faster you can reinvest that money and really scale. This number, it's literally the heartbeat of your cash flow. And here's the most important point of all of this. When you master these numbers, you take emotion and guesswork right out of the growth equation. You're no longer just hoping for success. You're engineering it. This is the absolute foundation of predictable scale. See, mastering your numbers, it gives you control. And in today's market, that control lets you set the pace. Your ability to execute quickly, to learn and adapt faster than literally everybody else, that is your ultimate competitive edge. It's everything. Okay, so we've covered the mindset. Now let's talk about the system, the AI execution engine. And this isn't about replacing people, not at all. It's about using AI to multiply your team's output and turn your strategy into just relentless action. This engine really focuses on mastering 4 key growth channels. You've got warm outreach to people you already know, cold outreach to new prospects, creating valuable content, and running paid ads. Now, most businesses are kind of mediocre at maybe one of these. Builders, they use AI to generate personalized outreach at scale, draft endless content ideas, and hyper-optimize their ad campaigns to master all 4. Now, to make any of those channels work, your messaging has to be crystal clear. We use the MAGIC formula. It ensures you have a magnetic hook for the right avatar with a clear goal in a specific interval, all delivered in a tangible container. It's a really simple formula that AI can help you test and perfect so you can finally cut through all the noise. All right, now for the core principle that makes this entire engine actually run. Seriously, if you take only one thing away from this whole explainer, please make it this. The rule of 100 is your new operating system for building momentum. It all boils down to this number, 100. This isn't about doing a million different things. It's about focused, massive volume. 100. It represents the baseline for meaningful daily action, the kind of action that actually moves the needle. And here's how ridiculously simple the system is. Step 1, pick one primary acquisition activity. Let's say it's sending cold emails. Step 2, do it 100 times every single day. And step 3, you maintain that discipline for 100 days in a row. Now that is a level of volume and consistency that's almost impossible without AI as your co-pilot, and it's what separates the good from the great. So here's a practical example of what that volume looks like in an outreach sequence. You don't just contact a lead once and hope for the best. No way. On day 1, you hit them 3 times across different platforms. Day 2, you do it twice more. Day 7, one final follow-up. This is what it takes to get attention in a world this crowded. This is the rule of 100 in action. And finally, implementing this system, it's not just about tactics. It really requires a profound identity shift. You have to go from one type of founder to another. On one side, you've got the maker. This is the artist who just loves doing the work. But this focus on the craft, it creates bottlenecks and chaos. Then, on the other side, you have the builder. The builder doesn't do the work. They design the system that does the work. They're not artists, they're architects. They design for scale. This right here, this is the core ethos. It's the mantra of the builder. It's a disciplined commitment to action that you make every single day, no matter what. So, we're going to end with one last question for you. Dreamers, they talk about what they're going to do tomorrow. Builders, they track what they got done today. The choice is yours. Which one are you?